Whose voice matters? This is an important question in journalism, where police officers and officials are quoted while the voices of the people are ignored or forgotten, particularly when they don't fit the mainstream narrative. This is the case of the coverage of the police killing of 17-year-old black teen Laquan McDonald in Chicago. It's also the reality in the news from another shooting in Minneapolis. On the evening of Monday, November 23rd, 5 Black Lives Matter activists demonstrating against police brutality were shot by a group of white supremacists. The attack came a week after sustained protests outside the Minneapolis Police Department over the shooting of unarmed Jamar Clark by 2 police officers. An article by CNN, however, failed to quote any of the Black Lives Matter protesters in their coverage, let alone investigate the police failure to protect their lives after the activists had reported previous threats by white supremacists. Here's what you would have heard.
Despite earlier statements from police about the impending threat from white supremacists, the police instead maced citizen journalists and peaceful protesters. We reiterate that we have zero faith in this police department's desire to keep our communities safe.
Instead, CNN turned the police into heroes. The exercise was repeated across media coverage of the event, where the victims' voices were either silenced or minimized, and the statements from authorities such as the police and politicians highlighted.
We are sparing no efforts to find the suspects and to bring them to justice.
In this case, the problem is even more severe, with the very institution that the activists are protesting for police brutality being highlighted as the heroes and the voice of truth. This practice, rehearsed daily by the media, makes it hard to see where the violence of the police ends and the mainstream press begins. As it stands, neither seem to actually believe that Black lives really do matter.